When you look at the rest of the schedule, they have 4 games left, and they are likely to be underdogs in every single one of them. So let's take a look at the American Conference as a whole. Starting off with the Ins. These are the teams in the American Conference who have already clinched bowl eligibility, and there are 5 of them. These are Navy, Tulane, Memphis, North Texas, and South Florida. Every year since the reformatting in 2023 that added Drexel to the tournament, all 6 Philly schools gather here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena for a day of non-stop hoops. Pat, on to my Men's Player of the Year. I went with one that kind of has to be a fan favorite. Where were you when Mo Keita beat USF? Mo Keita getting the tip in there. Darian Ford layup won't go. Pat, he wasn't even supposed to be in this game. Babatunde and Jemiah Felt had both fouled out, but when duty called, Mo Keita answered, and he did it in front of one of the largest crowds all season. It was a whiteout night. There's another angle there of the beautiful tip in. Mo Keita, you get my Play of the Year. Thanks. It's been a bounce-back week for both the Temple men's and women's basketball teams. Both teams suffered tough American Conference losses last week, and both teams bounced back with thrilling down-to-the-wire wins just days later over this past weekend. Starting with the men's squad, the Owls decided to invite the South Florida Bulls up to North Philly for a themed dance. It was whiteout night at the Liacouras Center, and the matchup drew the largest crowd for the Owls all season, with more than 4,000 fans in attendance. It's been 6 weeks of practice behind closed doors, or really behind a closed gate. And now, Saturday was the first chance for many fans and alum to see the new-look Owls under first-year head coach Casey Keeler.
We've made a lot of strides in terms of just, building a foundation and a culture and a family here. So we have some work to do. There's no question about that. I liked how they competed. And you can see we can kick field goals. We got to score touchdowns, but we can kick field goals, that's for sure.
It was all about the defense in the run game during Temple football's annual Cherry and White Spring football game. Joquez Smith and Jay Ducker saw a lot of the offensive workload behind an offensive line that has already seen a lot of improvement.
On the field, you can tell there's a clear difference, which is awesome to see. There's a lot more care, I'd say, accountability within that room, and it's fantastic. I'm excited.
Although the offense may be improving, defense still stole the show Saturday. There was only 1 touchdown in total, and the defense forced multiple turnovers, one being a huge interception from the redshirt senior linebacker, Caton Serpernant. There is a long way to go before the first game in the fall. But if the spring game is an accurate indicator of what the Temple football program could look like next season, then we are likely to see a gritty defense followed by some hard-nosed running, both of which would be welcomed additions to the 2025 Temple football squad. It's December, and there's already basketball madness. No need to wait until March when you live in Philadelphia. The city's 6 D1 basketball schools all gather in South Philly to remind fans exactly what time of year it is. The first Saturday in December belongs to the Big 5 Classic.
Opening statement for everybody. 3rd year to have this event here. Despite the result, I don't want to get swayed by the idea that this is a great, great day for Philadelphia basketball. It has been the last 3 years. It continues to be a great day and to celebrate all these teams. I hope we can find a way to continue to keep it going.
I mean, it's history, right? I mean, it all started here down at the Cathedral, the Palestra. I'm a Penn student, graduated. So college basketball, Philadelphia.
Every year since the reformatting in 2023 that added Drexel to the tournament, all 6 Philly schools gather here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena for a day of non-stop hoops. While Philly's premier arena gives a new home for the tournament, some fans still reminisce on the tournament's past, with an arena that felt more intimate, one with more character and more history.
Palestra was better, and it would feel bigger. Problem with this, the stadium holds 20,000. There's not going to be 20,000 here at all time, the whole time at least. It might be throughout the day because, Drexel fans stay for this game, and then Temple, St. Joe's. It'll be a rotating door, but the Palestra would have felt more full, so it would bring more atmosphere, right?
Packed or not, the Big 5 Classic still gives fans, both new and old, a chance to celebrate the rich history of Philadelphia college basketball. Reporting from the Xfinity Mobile Arena, I'm Xavier Adams, All Sports Update. It's a Tuesday here in TV3, Pat, but it feels like a Freaky Friday for the Temple men's and women's teams. The women's team is coming into the week on a 2-game winning streak, while the men have continued down a 4-game slide. The most recent loss for the men's squad came when it followed the Yellow Brick Road down into Wichita State, Kansas. The Owls didn't run into any flying monkeys or wicked witches, however. Instead, they ran into 5'10" guard Kenyon Giles and the Shocker squad that ended up giving Temple its 7th conference loss. Charles Koch Arena down in Wichita, Kansas is on its feet as the Shockers take on the Owls, and anyone left sitting just got up after Emmanuel Okorafor brings down the house to get this thing started. Darian Ford's mid-range jumper won't land, but Jemai Felt catches it and goes to war with Okorafor on the inside and wins the battle with the bucket. Owls down just 1. Wichita State now has it in transition and is driving. TJ Williams gets the rock, goes up, and Fule gets it to fall. Wichita down just 1. Gavin Griffiths off the Aiden Tobias pass attacks the basket, and the layup is good. Back and forth lead changes between these two teams. Owls with it. Messiah Gilliard regains control, puts the bucket up through contact, and keeps it close for the Owls before the half.